Several steps above where they stood on the street, the front doorway to the Duke of Ashmore's home opened, and the butler moved on to the first step, ready to usher Lady Flora inside. Behind the servant came a short, sharp bark, and a black spaniel, perhaps a little elderly and uneven in his gait, rushed down the steps, eager to reach its owner. His mistress let out a gasp of surprise and said lovingly, "Lancelot," as the spaniel crashed into her legs, sending her flying. Philip instinctively grabbed at her, snatching at her hands before trying to catch her to him, but Lady Flora's leg had given way beneath the dog's urgings. Philip saw with dismay as he pulled her upright there was a small circle of blood pooling through the gown where her kneecap must have buckled and hit the pavement. "Carry her inside," Philip heard one of the grooms say, and believing this to be an excellent idea, he bent and scooped up Lady Flora, proceeding up the steps into the Mayfair residence. "I find this attention unnecessary," Lady Flora said from her position in his arms. Determined not to be undermined, Philip made for the nearest door, kicking it open as the servants were still outside dealing with the dog and the carriage. Thankfully, he had selected a salon which happened to possess a large plum settee, not especially big, but big enough to accommodate Lady Flora's frame. "Your dog is misnamed," he said as he walked over to the sofa and lowered his charge down onto the cushioned seat. "I did not name him. That was my sister-in-law's choice. The Duchess is not at home at present to be blamed for her error." Having deposited her, Philip looked around the salon. Where was a chaperone? In his distraction, Lady Flora leant over her knee and gently touched her injury. She flinched. Casting aside such worries of propriety, Philip dropped down onto his knees before her. He realized as he looked up into her face that this was the traditional pose of a proposal, which explained why Lady Flora laughingly said, "That is a little much, surely, Doctor Caton."